East Tampa Church is turning a nearby eyesore into a bright spot for the entire community. It's this week's Faith in Action. Tucked behind a chain link fence is an oasis of sorts in an East Tampa neighborhood. Welcome inside the Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church's community garden.
We've grown a ton of greens, mustard greens, onions. This year we had the finest strawberries.
Pastor Michael White started the project 5 years ago. The lot used to be home to a dilapidated house. The congregation leveled that and started fresh from the ground up. Members of the church tend to the land.
They're just learning a lot of life skills that, that you get what you put into life. And that's what the Bible teaches us, that as a man soweth, so shall he reap.
And do they ever? The church's freezers are filled with hand-picked produce. Each Tuesday, the church hosts a community supper showcasing their fresh finds. And they routinely offer up their bounty to the less fortunate.
We had a big feeding where we prepared 200 meals for the needy and for the hungry.
In between harvests, the community project is catching the eyes and appetites of those outside the church. Pastor White says kids have been known to hop the fence and help themselves.
And we invited them in so they could come in themselves and pick the berries, and we teach them life experience, and they're excited about it. And now you see them walking up and down here, anticipating what's growing next.
That's the goal, after all, according to this Tampa native, bringing a little sunshine to a spot that's waited some time to sprout.
I tell you, it's just the best feeling in the world, knowing that you're doing something positive and you're doing something to help other people, because that's what it's all about. It's about helping one another. And Pastor White is looking to expand that garden in the future to take up the entire lot.
It's a great idea.
And you know, they have that freezer in the church that is stocked. I mean,
with veggies and everything, all kind of fruits and all.
Yeah, and they said some of the older members of the congregation teach them how to preserve stuff and can stuff, so they're able to stock the pantry for a while.
Very neat. Good story.